Hey, this is Wayne Williams with Speaking of Horses. We are in beautiful Florida. We're just outside Palm Beach. We are in Wellington. And I'm sure you've heard of Wellington. The International Horse Show goes on here through the winter months. And it is held right here at the Palm Beach International Equestrian Center. That's where we're standing. Jumping is going on behind us. But we're here not just to show you Wellington and show you some of the jumping. We are here to talk about a foundation, and a lady by the name of Lillian Stransky has put this foundation together. It's called Step by Step. And Lillian has literally gone out into the world and found needy children, needy people from all walks of life that are really committed to improving themselves. They just need help. So Lillian has done that. She's brought those people together with horses. And many of those kids today are young adults. They're riding, they're doing many great things, and many are competing here. So in just a bit, we're going to talk to Lillian. We are also going to meet some of the riders, the kids that have been a part of this foundation, and we're going to show you what it's all about. It's a step-by-step foundation right here in Wellington. So stay with us on Speaking of Horses. We got a lot coming your way right now. We at Speaking of Horses would like to thank the people who have made Speaking of Horses TV possible. To Equessentials, all your horse grooming, coat and care products specifically designed for your horse. A thank you to King Barns, custom-built barns, any style, any project you'd like. Get a hold of King Barns. To Overland Carts, if you want that versatile utility cart for your stable that can do anything, check out Overland Carts. Stall Butler, a unique design on how you can muck your stalls and save 90% of your shavings for reuse. Check out Stall Butler. And Eagle Erie Equine, modular systems for saddle racks, tack bars, and the like. Totally organize your tack room with Eagle Erie Equine. Thanks to all of these fine people who make Speaking of Horses possible. Well, again, speaking of horses, and we're here in beautiful Florida. We're in Wellington. We're right outside the main ring at the International Horse Show. And standing with me is Lillian Stransky, and she is the founder. We've talked with your daughter, Daniela. We're going to run that interview a little bit later because she was kind of the inspiration to do this. But you took this foundation step by step, and you've done some wonderful things with it. So tell us a little bit about your foundation and how this got off the ground and the energy behind it.
Hi, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to be in your show and to share with you all my passion and so many kids' passion. Well, Step by Step Foundation started 10 years ago in Miami, Florida, and the idea is to align with other foundations and help them with their needs. I cover all the expenses of the foundation, so every dollar that comes in is what we buy for other institutions. One of the great ideas with the passion of horse and have the opportunity to enjoy this energy of these beautiful animals, and we can give back to the community. That's what the creation of the Step by Step team. That was an idea of my daughter, and we have passion kids. They want to make a difference on the world, and it's great. So we're having a great time.
And you are making a difference because so many of these kids came from some pretty rough backgrounds, some pretty rough starts, but they're great kids. All they need was a chance, right?
Yes, and especially when these kids that we have, like my kid and all the kids that ride for us, that have the opportunity, that they have everything in life, and they take this, that I can make a difference. And that is the whole idea.
You can make a difference, and of course you take the added step. You're not only helping the kids, and you're bringing the horses into it. And there's nothing that works better than horses and kids, right?
It's nothing better than that. We did a beautiful alliance and that we're taking in charge with us with a new program that Step by Step is doing called Riders Give. So the riders will give back to the community, and we're doing more things locally in the United States because there is a lot of needs. And we alliance with Horses and Heroes in Ocala. And they have 30 girls for really underserved and the poorest of the poorest family, that these horses heal them. This is the only place that they feel safe, and we want to repeat this program here in Wellington and hopefully in every state in the United States.
Well, if you take the step by step and you go, pardon the pun, one step further, the Horses for Heroes is a great way to do that.
Yes, and you are doing two things at the same time. You are rescuing the horses that no longer need or whatever they were doing. And instead of abandon them, we're taking them. And also we're helping these kids to go back to life, to the community, to have reassuring in their character that they are important.
Right. It is very important. Well, Lillian, you're doing great work. We really appreciate it. And we are going to meet some of the kids now. We're going to see them riding. We're going to get a lot more here on Step by Step. Thank you.
Thanks to you so much.
Stay with us on Speaking of Horses. You're going to meet the kids and the riders and the horses coming right up. Still General B-roll. Here we are in Wellington. Right now I'm standing here with Daniela Stransky. And Daniela was the you were kind of the inspiration for this step-by-step program, right?
Yes, I was.
Tell us how this came about. You were riding horses already, correct?
Yes, I was, here in Wellington.
Here in Wellington. So tell us what gave you the inspiration for step-by-step.
About 2 years ago, my mom and I decided to take a trip down to Haiti before all the troubles came about. And when I arrived, I started to see hands-on and with my own eyes, without hearing it in the news, I got to see the poverty that was surrounding me and seeing the kids suffering with no food. And when I came back, it really had an impact on me that I didn't know was going to impact me so much. So when I came back, I would even barely take showers. I would time myself, and I would put a timer of 2 minutes, and I would rush out. If I had conditioner in my hair, I really didn't care. But it really had an impact on me. So I spoke to my sisters before my mom, and I wanted to brainstorm ideas of how to help. But not only help, I wanted to think of how to help combining the sport that I love with helping children. And I came out the idea of creating a step-by-step team, because I think it's more important when you have a sport, you do it with more passion, more determination. And having my friends here, we created a group, which is the Step-by-Step Equestrian Team. So I thought that was a nice idea.
Well, yeah, and many of the students now are hill riding, right?
Yeah, they are.
So now, how long have some of these students that have been involved in the foundation, how long have they been here riding?
Some of them, I've grown up with them here in the horse show since I was 6 years old. And then some of them are internationally in Dominican Republic for about 2 years now, in Europe for 1 year. But mostly, I've known them for about 6 years.
Well, it's real positive attitude, and you know yourself that there's no better way to grow up and have an education than with horses.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, it's great. So, well, Daniela, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
And we thank you for having the idea for Step by Step as well.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
All right, stay with us. We got more coming right here. We're in Wellington, and we're talking about the Step by Step Foundation as a part of the International Horse Show. More coming on Speaking of Horses. Again, speaking of horses, we're in Wellington. We're at the International Horse Show. We're having a ball. Kelsey and Sedona join me. You're both from Texas?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now, relax. Don't be so nervous. There's only millions of people watching. Don't worry. So how do you enjoy your ride here?
Well, I got to show one of Lily's horses, and that was really, really fun. And I have a hunter this week that I'm showing also.
Oh, that's great. And you?
It's been awesome. It's a little bit more difficult this year. Now I'm in a different age category with the older, more experienced riders, and school's taking over more, so just growing up, so it's harder when you get older.
When you make that move to that next level, you see, you always raise the bar. You get very comfortable in that level, and you're starting to do very well on that level. And guess what? And it will happen to you even when you're in your 60s. They keep raising the bar, so you just keep achieving to the next level. So, how long have you been riding horses?
Well, I've been riding since I was 3 because my dad, he used to do Western, but then I switched over to English because I liked it a lot better.
You just because you're from Texas doesn't mean you're all into that Western setup, right?
Right.
So you live around Dallas?
Yes, sir. We live in a little city outside Dallas.
And which one is that?
It's called Westlake.
Okay, is that kind of on the north side?
No, it's on the west side.
Oh, see, I don't know anything. I have been to Dallas, Fort Worth many times and spent time at Will Rogers Arena over in Fort Worth. Have you done that?
Yes, sir.
You like that?
Kind of.
That's Cowtown now. You're going Western over there, you know.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure watching you ladies ride, and I know you're a little nervous here on camera, but we don't want you to be too nervous, so we're not going to hold you forever, but good luck to you.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Thank you.
She's the youngest rider, and you're the youngest rider for the step-by-step program, correct?
Yes, sir.
And how old are you?
I'm 11.
You are 11, youngest rider for Step by Step. By the way, that's why we're here, following the Step by Step program through the days here at Wellington of the International Horse Show at the Palm Beach International Equestrian Center. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We got more coming right here on Speaking of Horses. Thank people who make Speaking of Horses TV possible. We want to thank One Source Nutrition, the perfect blend of nutrients to help your horse. It's One Source Nutrition. And Revitavet, equine light therapy for either toning up muscles before competitions or to promote rapid healing. You want Revitavet. Equine Savings. This program can save you up to 25% on tractors, stable equipment, yes, and even on barn paint. Be sure and go to Equine Savings and check it out. To Hoosier Horse Trailers. Quality horse trailers, living quarters, you and your horse can ride in comfort. And Saratoga Stalls. Classic equine stalls built specifically for you. Thank you to Saratoga Stalls. And thanks to everyone who makes Speaking of Horses TV possible. We are still here in Wellington, Florida. We are at the International Horse Show. Mario Gamboa is my guest. Now, Mario is not only involved with the Step by Step Foundation, but he is also a top competitor. So, first of all, tell us, you're ranking fairly high in the Rolex now?
Well, yesterday I saw in the office that I'm 73 in the USCF Rolex ranking, so I'm in the top 100 in the US.
And that's fantastic. And you'll be competing in various places around the country and around the world. And you'll be at Rolex next, I'm sure, or probably in between there. But tell us about your involvement now with the Step by Step Foundation.
Well, I met Lily a couple of years ago here in Wellington in Webb. And then I keep in touch with her, and then she called me to come and ride for her and work for her. So I just came right away, and now we're working together.
So, you help to train kids in the Step by Step?
I help Hector to train the kids and help the people.
Well, and your experience as a top competitor really lends itself to not only doing the things they need to do with the horses, you know, physically, but to get all the right mental attitudes right.
Yes, I ride them too, so I keep the physical part with the horses and help the kids talking to them and helping Hector.
So now, where are you from, Mario?
I'm from Colombia.
Colombia, and you come up here every year for this?
I came about a year ago to work with Lily, and I'm staying here.
So you're making Wellington area your home, right?
Yes, sir.
How do you like that, right?
Yeah, well, it's great. Yes, sir.
I mean, you got great weather. You're in southern Florida. You're near the coast, and you got the best horses in the world around you. What more could you want?
Yes, and I'm riding with the top riders of the world.
And you're working with a great foundation to boot.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, we really applaud your efforts and what you're doing. We wish you well in your competition, and of course, we really thank, you know, Lillian and everybody that's involved with Step by Step, and we're doing all this coverage here in Wellington right now. You're learning all about the riders, the competition. Stay right here. Don't leave. You're fine. We're doing all this competition, all these things, and we're helping some great kids with the Step by Step Foundation. So, stay with us, Mario. Thank you.
No, thank you.
We got more coming right here on Speaking of Horses. Well, welcome to Speaking of Horses, and we are here with Christophe Carbonis,
Yes.
and he is from Haiti. He's with the Step by Step program, competing here in Wellington. So tell us a little bit about how you got involved in this.
Well, I've known Lily for over 9 years, and I used to ride at the same stables as her daughter. And when we first started being friends, and I just started seeing her getting involved in the program, wanting to help kids. And she told me one day that she was planning a program to help kids in Haiti, and started with a program where she was selling bottles of water called Step by Step. We were selling them for $1, and Lily just started getting involved in bringing the water all the time to Wellington. I just started trying to help her and say, hey, listen, I want to do something for my country also. I'm from Haiti and I want to support the kids, and I felt that it was a great idea. So I went ahead with the initiative and helped Lily along with the water, started selling raffle tickets, started going around with the bottles and making it happen. And here we are today with a foundation that's helping kids in an area where there was no electricity, no water, no school. And here with Lily, she made a great program where she provides the kids with food, energy, water, school supplies, now building a school. And I've been helping them with a lot of the translation, because, you know, the language barrier there is a little bit difficult. Since the education is really low, they don't have another language but the Creole, which is our home language. So I've been helping Lily a lot through the Spanish, the French, the English, the Creole. So it's been a great program.
It is a great program, and when you take the education of kids, the helping of kids, and you blend it with horses and the events like that are going on here at the International Show in Wellington, you can't get a better combination.
I definitely think that's right, because it's a great way to promote it and to help kids that really need the help, because nowadays it's not easy in this world that we live in.
No, it's not, but when people band together and do what this foundation is doing and everybody's doing, it makes it a lot better.
Yes, I definitely think so, and it's a great group. We know everybody works together, supports each other, you know. We try to be there for each other and try to promote the foundation as much as we can.
Now, you're riding here today. Let's take a quick look at one of your rounds here. Are you ready to see this?
Well, you know, it was not the best one that I've had, but, you know, it's a great way to learn, and we learn from our own mistakes and we keep going.
I know, and obviously now you can tell that we're doing the interview after the round has occurred, but we're going to show you the round, but just the beauty of riding the horse and jumping and having fun.
That's right, but I would say that it's a great experience. You know, we all learn from our experience. We can't leave anything behind. No, it's okay, mistake happened, but definitely shows that the horse still has the ability and keep going, and it's a great bonding between the animal and the rider.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, watch this right here. We're going to show you the round right now on Speaking of Horses.
Number 3679, this is Amarillo. Patrice Mills, Milltown, Pennsylvania, by Christophe Carbonis.
Well, we're here again. Speaking of horses, we're still in beautiful Wellington, Florida. Mindy Morrow is my guest, and you have a foundation, Horses
and Heroes.
And Heroes. Now, we've heard about Horses and Heroes many places. We've heard different bits and pieces. We see things on some of the radio or TV clips, but give us the exact description and exactly what you're trying to do so we don't have all of these loose ends and we know exactly where we're at.
Okay, well, what Horses and Heroes does is we bring horses and children together. We work with low-income children that cannot afford to horseback ride, and we have hunters and jumpers, and we teach them all aspects of horsemanship, teamwork, working together with each other, building their self-esteem. We find sponsors to send them to the local horse shows. Stress education, very important for these kids because they do come from very low-income families. A lot of the families have never even graduated from high school or gone on to college, so we definitely stress the education component. And they're just a bunch of girls that love horses and want to ride and show and just would not have the opportunity without this program.
Well, you really help make lives when you do this.
I do, and it's very rewarding. It's the best job in the entire world.
And you know how I can tell that? It's in your eyes. I know that she's got her cap on and you can't see her eyes real clear, but it's in your eyes. And when you speak with your eyes with a passion like that, you know it's for real.
Well, it's the best thing I've ever done. I was really fortunate growing up. I got to ride and show, and I didn't know anything else but that. And then when I became an adult, I just decided I wanted to get back into horses and never realized there was so many kids out there that would never have the opportunity, and I wanted to give them what I had.
And the reason we're here in Wellington is because we're here not only to talk with you, but also with, Lillian and her Step-by-Step Foundation as well. But all of this surrounds helping kids and helping kids with horses.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The horse is a real treasure to this country.
They sure are. They're beautiful and they're majestic and they are like your best friend.
You know what's amazing about that, too, is you think about it. Horses helped build this country. You know, back 200 years ago, they were doing the farming, doing the pulling, doing the hauling, doing everything, including hitching up to the buggy and taking you to church on Sunday morning or whatever. But they did it all. We thought the horse had probably passed its prime with mechanization, with the tractors like the one that's dragging in the arena right now, or anything like that. We thought, okay, they've passed their prime. But you know what? They're right back and they're doing things for us we never thought 100 years ago they could do.
Absolutely. But I guarantee my horses do not want to pull a tractor or do any farm work. They're very happy with a bunch of little girls riding and grooming them.
But I agree with that. But by the same token, we've gotten a lot more life out of our horses too. They don't die off at 14 or 15 years now. They live to be, many of them live past 30.
Well, we have a geriatric farm. We actually just lost one a few weeks ago that was 38. He was an ex-race horse, then he was a Grand Prix horse, and then he worked in my program for my little girls.
And you know what? They can work in your program and help kids a long time because it's not stressful, it's rewarding.
Absolutely, and they're loved.
Mindy, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Once again, your foundation, and how do people find it?
It's horsesandheroes.org, and we're located in Citra, Florida.
Near Ocala?
Right outside Ocala, one driveway down.
Very good. Mindy, thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you. Now, stay with us. We got more coming right here on Speaking of Horses. Hi, this is Wayne Williams, Speaking of Horses, and we want to take a moment to thank many of the fine sponsors that help to make Speaking of Horses TV happen for you. We want to give a great big thank you to Equine Clot. This is a product you can carry in your saddlebags or carry with you in your horse trailer. Any injuries, you wrap it on. It's an immediate clotting process. Equine Clot. Check it out. Also to Equestria Safe. Equestria Safe is a wonderful company. They handle all the safety products, from vests, glowing bands, all types of safety products. Please check out Equestria Safe. You're going to love the product lines and the safety ideas they have for you while riding your horse. Thanks to all the sponsors who make Speaking of Horses happen for you. Well, again, speaking of horses, and we're here in Wellington. Maria, say your last name for me again.
Brugal.
Brugal. Okay, that way I don't mess it up. How's that? We're really happy to be talking to you. You've been riding here with the First Step program. How long have you been riding with the First Step Foundation?
It's about 2 years now. Yeah.
And you are from where?
Dominican Republic.
You're from the Dominican Republic. You've been riding about 2 years. And tell us a little bit about the step-by-step program.
I met up with Lily in Kentucky about 2 summers ago, and she introduced me to what the foundation was doing and how the program worked. And since I'm neighbors with Haiti, I just thought it was a great idea. Since I know how the situation and kids are living there, I thought it was a great idea to help.
Well, the things that the foundation is doing and helping out in Haiti to start with, and other places, it's a great organization, and it helps a lot of people, kids and the like, all come out of some situations that were not so pleasant, and come here, get involved with horses, trainers, and do a great job. So I assume you're having fun.
I am. So much fun. Love the season.
Well, we've seen you ride. We're going to see you ride again. But so you just how much time do you spend here at this event?
I'm here for the whole season, and I go back and forth to the Dominican Republic each weekend.
So when it gets too cold in Florida, you go south, right?
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of, right. Well, we really, really appreciate it, Maria. We're glad to have you join us, and we're really happy to be here doing this program in Wellington and talking about the Step by Step Foundation and all of the kids, and young people like yourself that it's helped. So thank you.
Thank you.